Now next we're going to discuss about the economics question. And I have two questions for economics. One is about calculating the payback time. So in that question, as according to the data given by you guys, the fixed capital investment is given as 10 lakh. The profit after paying all the taxes, that means PAT, profit out of tax, is given as 3 lakhs, and interest rate is given as 12%. So when interest rate is given, the meaning is time value of money has to be used. If this interest rate is not given, then clearly the payback is 10 lakh by 3 lakh. But because of this interest rate is given, the meaning is we have to use the time value of money concept. And what is the time value of money concept? The concept says the money present in different time zone. Money present in different time zone cannot be added or subtracted or compared. Money present in different time zone cannot be added, subtracted or compared. This is the concept known as time value of money. So if I want to recover 10 lakh, and I want to recover it with the help of profit, then the profit of the first year is 3 lakh. Now 3 lakh and 10 lakh are not same. We have to go for the second year. Now the profit of the second year is again 3 lakh. Now 3 plus 3 is 6. 6 is again not equals to 10. I have to go for the third year. Now 3 plus 3 plus 3, 9. 9 is again not equals to 10. I have to go for the fourth year. And as I go in the fourth year, my money that I invested recovered. So that is the definition of payback. The money that you invest, the time at which your investment gets recovered with the help of profit or cash flow is known as payback time. But if you talk about this 10 lakh is at the time t is equals to 0. But this 3 lakh is at the time t is equals to 1 year. This 3 lakh is at the time t is equals to 2 year. This 3 lakh is at the time t is equals to 3 year. And this 3 lakh is at the time t is equals to 4 years. And according to the time value of money concept, money present in different time zone cannot be added or subtracted or compared. So I cannot compare both of them, I cannot add them, because the interest rate is given, time value of money concept is used. So what I need to do is to change their time zone and make it same. So 10 lakh in today's time remains 10 lakh. 3 lakh in today's time can be written as 3 lakh divided by 1 plus I to the power 1. 3 lakh of this in today's time written as 3 lakh divided by 1 plus I to the power 2. Then 3 lakh divided by 1 plus I to the power 3. Then 3 lakh divided by 1 plus I to the power 4. And maybe if I sum them, still the sum may not be equals to 10. So we have two options to calculate. First option is we calculate it, we calculate this, we calculate, then we add, and then we check whether the sum is equals to this 10 lakh or not. That is the first option. And the second option that I want you to choose is you apply the concept of annuity. So there is a concept known as annuity. And what is the application of this concept? Annuity concept is lump sum amount can be distributed. Lump sum amount can be distributed into uniform periodic payments. Lump sum amount can be distributed in uniform periodic payments, or lump sum amount can be calculated when uniform periodic payments are given. So there are two uses of the concept of annuity. The first use is the lump sum amount can be distributed. So if you have 10 lakh, then you can distribute 10 lakh in 5 years. So for every year, what is the amount? You can calculate by the concept of annuity. And if the distributed amounts are given, then you can calculate the lump sum of all those amounts again by the concept of annuity. So we have the uniform periodic payments, 3 lakh, 3 lakh, 3 lakh, 3 lakh, 3 lakh. So we have them. Uniform periodic payments are given. The payments are equal. The payments are after every regular interval, and the first payment being made at the end of first year. So it satisfies the concept of annuity. And for annuity, we have a very simple formula, and the formula says P is equals to R by I, 1 plus I to the power n minus 1 divided by 1 plus I to the power n, where P is the present value, or you can say the lump sum amount, and R is the annuity amount, or you can say the uniform periodic payments. So if uniform periodic payments are given, then lump sum can be calculated. If lump sum is given, then it can be distributed into the periodic payments. Now in my given question, the periodic payments are given. That means this value of R is given, and I am interested in calculating the lump sum in the present time. So what will I do? Instead of calculating them individually, I will just apply this formula, which says it's R by I, 1 plus I to the power n minus 1 divided by 1 plus I to the power n. So that becomes the lump sum amount in the present time. And when this lump sum amount becomes equals to 10 lakh, when they both become same, then the n becomes the payback time. So this one is at the time t is equals to 0. This one is at the time t is equals to 0. Money are in same time zone. That's why I can compare them. And when the money invested and the profit earned becomes same, then the time becomes the payback time. Now the interest rate is given to you. The interest rate is given as 12%. The answer can be calculated, and if you solve it, the answer comes out to be n is equals to 4.507. And in the question it is given that choose the nearest integer. So the next nearest integer is 5 years. So the payback time for this question is 5 years. Thank you. Now the next question given is about the data, and the data is fixed capital investment is given to us, that is 80,000 and 160,000. The operating cost is given to us, and the operating cost is 20,000 and 15,000, and then the service life is given 4 years and not known. So this is scheme A, and that is scheme B. And we need to tell the service life of the scheme B. Now, that is the given data to us, and we solve this question with the help of a concept known as capitalized cost. And before starting, I want to tell you that capitalized cost, rate of return, payback time, NPV, and discounted cash flow, all these 5 methods comes under the subject of profitability, and the methods of profitability have one use, and that use is to compare the different alternatives present. So whenever you want to start something, before starting you want to choose the best possible alternative, and the best possible alternative can be chosen by using the concept of profitability. So profitability is always used before the start of something in the choice of the best alternative. It is not used after the start of the something, and that's why it is not used in the balance sheet. So it has nothing to do with the profits, but it has everything to do with comparing the alternatives. So that means the operating cost. Operating cost is when an equipment runs, then what is the cost? So when an equipment runs, it means the project has started, and if the project has started, there is no meaning of capitalized cost. So while solving, I will just consider the fixed capital investment, I will just consider the service life, I will not consider the operating cost, because in choosing the different alternatives, capitalized cost method is used, and that method considers only the initial capital investment or the salvage value. It doesn't consider the operating cost. Now, the capitalized cost of the scheme A, let it be equal to capitalized cost of the scheme B. Then it means 80,000 plus 80,000, salvage value is not given, I will take at 0, divide by 1 plus I to the power n, service life is 4 minus 1. Now the interest rate for this question is given to be 10%, interest rate is given as 10%. Similarly, the capitalized cost of B will be 160,000 plus 160,000, again the salvage value is not given, I will take at 0, divide by 1 plus I to the power n minus 1. I hope you all know the formula of capitalized cost. The capitalized cost is V0 plus V0 minus Vs divided by 1 plus I to the power n minus 1, where V0 is the initial capital, Vs is the salvage value, n is the service life, and I is the interest rate. So that is the simple calculation, and if I solve it, then the value of n comes out to be 10.545 years. Now some of the students are saying that in the given question, they are saying that the scheme B must be cheaper. So if the scheme B is cheaper, then this sign is not equal sign. Then this cost has to be less. This cost has to be more. And instead of equality, there will be a sign of greater than. So this cost is greater than this cost, and n comes out to be less than 10.545. So that depends upon the data given. So when the GATE question are available from the GATE website, then we'll give you the exact solution. But at this point, I can just say that answer of this question, if they are equally economical, is 10.545, and if the scheme B is cheaper than the scheme A, then it will be less than 10.545.